The question goes like this: what is the happiness they are gaining to merge in Brahman, which is followed by those who follow the Advaita philosophy? Okay. Again, can you pull out that verse? What is that? The verse about Vatsapadam. So, if we actually, what happens is, the Vedic scriptures state, Anandamayo Abhyasat. We all living entities, we are searching after happiness. Everything that we do ultimately boils down to whether it gives me happiness or not. Somebody is doing charity. Why does he do charity? It is very satisfying to me. It is very pleasing to me. Somebody is doing a great sacrifice for his country, for his fellow men and all that. Why? Because it gives me happiness. It gives me great satisfaction. Gandhiji fought for the whole country. He gave up his career. He gave up his wealth. He gave up everything. He was a very successful barrister. He gave up all that and started wearing just one dhoti and walking barefoot with just one danda, not even wearing any kurta also. He gave up all his wealth. Why? Because for him to fight for freedom for the country was giving him satisfaction. So you see, in this world, everybody engages in an activity for the sake of their own satisfaction. This is the nature. Now, somebody is engaging in jnana and wanting to attain mukti. Why is he doing that? Because he is thinking, by attaining mukti, I will become happy. So his search for mukti is also for the sake of happiness. Now, there is one more verse. What is that? There is one more verse which speaks about the Brahma Sukha. The Brahma Sukha, the happiness that is derived, that Brahmananda, it is called Brahmananda. To attain mukti, to merge into Brahman, it is called Brahmananda. There is a certain happiness in that also. That's why people are pursuing that path. Otherwise, why should Advaitavadis pursue that path? If that path is not giving them happiness, why will they pursue? There is some happiness in that. What is that happiness? That happiness is the negation of all distress. So, when a person pursues happiness in this material world, wealth, family, relatives, wife, husband, children, society, community, my nation, whole humankind, a person, he pursues happiness in all these things, ultimately he'll become frustrated. You look at Gandhiji, he pursued happiness for the sake of his whole country. And after so many decades of battle, hard struggle, he had to undergo so much struggle and austerities, so much tapasya he had to undertake. 40 years, almost 40, 50 years he had to struggle. Finally got the independence. He got what he struggled for. You know, what a moment of great happiness it must be for him. But what happened? 1947, India got independence. In 40 years, he struggled to get that independence. Within 1 year, by 1948, he said, only death can give me happiness. You see, sacrificed so much for his countrymen, ended in frustration. This is the nature of this material world. So, the Jnanis are the people who have understood that if I pursue happiness in the material world, even if I dedicate my life for serving the humankind, it will end in frustration. So therefore, I want to finish my existence. I want to merge into Brahman so that no more distress. So their negation of distress is appearing as happiness to them. Prabhupada gave a wonderful example. Just like in the olden days, there used to be a system of punishing criminals. What was the system of punishing criminals? It was very primitive. I wouldn't advise anybody to follow that today. But those days it used to be like that. A criminal, when he has done a certain type of crime, the soldiers would take that criminal to a water body and hold him by the hair, tie his hands tightly behind his back and dunk him into the water. You can imagine a person he he is pushed underwater. What will happen? The person, after a little while, he can hold his breath for 1 minute, 2 minutes. After that, what will happen? He will start drowning. He will start drinking water. And when he is about to drown, he is about to die, what will happen? The soldier will pull him out of the water. And this man comes out of the water. He is able to take one big gulp of air. Such a relief it is. Moment he takes one gulp, immediately the soldier will again push him out of the water. Again the man is about to die, again he will pull him out. This will go on repeatedly until the man is exhausted. And then the criminal will be taken away and he will be taught a lesson that if you do this crime again, you will have to pay for it with your life. So he will say, okay, I will never do this crime again. So this kind of activity where the criminal is being almost taken to the verge of drowning and then he comes out. When he comes out, he takes that one gulp of air, he feels so happy. And that soldier and other people standing around him, they are all breathing. They are also breathing the same air only, no special air. Right? But they are not feeling any relief or happiness. No happiness. But for that criminal who is just saved from drowning, to take one breath of air is a great bliss. It is like Parama Ananda. Why? Because there is no real pleasure in breathing. What is happening is, there is a temporary relief from his drowning, which he feels as great pleasure. So, relief from distress is also perceived as happiness. Now, for the Mayavadis, for the Advaitavadis, this is what happens. They negate their existence. Finally, over. No more distress. This is called Brahmananda. So, now, what happens is, so for these people, the Brahmavadis, they experience one kind of Ananda, the Ananda of freedom from distress. Just like in your life also, suppose there is some big problem has come in your life. Suppose you are a student and one professor, he has become mad at you and he calls you and tells, I will make sure that you fail in the exam. I will see that you will not pass. You will not be able to sleep. What is going to happen? My God, this professor has decided that I am going to fail. Now what will I do? I have taken a loan, education loan. I have to repay that loan. My parents are depending upon me. What will my father say? You will not be able to sleep in the night. And then 2-3 days you are running around like this. You don't know what to do. You are not able to eat properly. You are not able to sleep properly. You are not able to do anything. Then finally, suddenly the professor calls you and tells you, that day I got a little angry. Don't worry. You study and work hard. I will pass. You will be like, such a relief. You will be flying that day. You will call all your friends, Aaj party. Why? Because professor said he will not fail me. So, you see, so relief from distress also appears as happiness temporarily. So, this kind of relief from distress, relief from all material distresses, is seen by the Advaitavadis as Brahmananda. But that Brahmananda is compared to Goshpadayante. It is compared to like the water which is there in the hoof print of a calf. Water which is there in the hoof print of a calf, how much is there? One palm full of water is there. That is like Brahmananda. Now, the water, Goshpadayante, there is water in the hoof print of a calf and there is water in the ocean. Anandamrita Ambudi. There is an ocean of bliss, happiness. That is the bliss of Krishna Prema, love of Krishna, when we engage in devotional service to Krishna. So, the Brahmananda, although there is an Ananda, it is very minuscule compared to the Ananda which is experienced by devotees of Krishna. So, this is the Ananda that Advaitavadis experience and this is what they are running after. When you are starved for happiness, even that small relief also becomes a big thing. Suppose for 1 week continuously you have not got water to drink, what will happen? For you, even that small water in the hoof print of a calf is like Amrita for you. When you are starved of water, that's what happens. But for somebody who is used to every day drinking 5-6 liters of water, for him what? You show him the water in a hoof print of a calf, he'll say, what is this? Yeah, I need 5-6 liters of water, you are showing this, get lost. Correct, no? So, and for somebody who is experiencing an ocean every day, for him, what is the water in the hoof print of a calf? It has no relevance. So, there is the Anandamritam Buddhi. There is the ocean of bliss, which is loving devotion service to Krishna. And there is the water in the Goshpadayante. There is the water in the hoof print of a calf, which is very insignificant. That water in the hoof print of a calf, which is insignificant, is like the happiness which is experienced in Brahmananda.